Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. So today I'm going to show you real quick how to make this clear dashboard, if you will. These are like the pockets that fit in your TN. Let me grab this one I have. This one was made for me from a swap. It was by Danessa, who's DLove104. She made this cute little TN for everyone in her group. So these are the pockets that fit in. Mine are too big, but it fits in here. So you have a clear, like a dashboard pocket, I guess you call these things. I had a smaller one somewhere on my desk that I could show you, but of course I have no idea where it went to right now. But yeah, no idea. Interesting. Anyway, so that's what they do. They just fit in like so. I guess this one fits. And then you have a clear pocket. So you have like your notebook, your calendar, and then you have some clear little pockets. So I'm going to show you how to make these clear little pockets. I'm actually using these as my packaging for a swap. Just because I wanted to keep it flat. And I can put, not only these are my two swaps, and I'll do a video on these in a second, but it's big enough that you can put more stuff in the pockets. I'm going to put my goodies in the back pockets, tie a ribbon around it, and call it done. So I'm going to teach you how to make this. Now, this was not my idea. I learned this from YouTube channel Planning with Shan. Honestly, I was doing research as to what you put in a TN and what a TN actually is. She has a ton of cool stuff on her. I think she's an Etsy page. You can get, sorry, I think my thing was melting in my box, my laminator. You can get a ton of like TN to-do list and whatnot on her page. So again, that was Planning with Shan. So for this, you need two laminating sheets. These are just the 8.5 by 11 from Walmart. I mean, you can use whatever you want. On Planning with Shan, she says use the 3mm. She only had 5mm. I don't know what any of that means. So these are just I told my husband to grab whichever ones were the cheapest. And these were on sale, so he got these. Okay, so put one of them to the side, and the other one you're going to cut down to the size that you want. So for instance, the size that I need is 6.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine at 6.5. Just throw this away. Don't hoard it. And then I'm going to do 4 3/4, which is about there. Let's try and do that side. So 4 3/4. And we need another 4 3/4. Okay, throw this little piece away. So you can put your paper trimmer away. Now you have two pieces. Technically it's 4. So you're just going to go ahead and open it up. Maybe. I may have had it too close to the laminator machine. Oh, come on. Well, you got to open both of them, so one's being a pain. Here it goes. Okay, so do you see the difference in texture? One is glossy and one is frosted. You want to put the glossy to glossy back to back, so the two glossies touching each other. This is a very important step. If you don't do this step, when you go to cut your top off to make the actual pockets, there won't be anything there. Like, it'll just be completely solid. So the frosted part is a part that melts. The glossy part does not. So yeah, so put glossy to glossy. So that way you have frosted, flip it over, frosted. Understand? You're going to do that to both pieces. So right now it's glossy on top, glossy on top. When I open it, if I can open it, See there, the inside is frosted, outside is glossy. So put glossy to glossy. And it is kind of hard to see because you're working with, obviously with clear paper. So you should have the frosted side up, glossy inside, if that makes sense. Okay. You're going to get your other laminating sheet. So this is your full laminating sheet that you did not cut into. You're going to go ahead and open that. You're going to take one set of your glossy to glossy sets, and you're going to go ahead and put it in your laminating sheet. Just bump it up as close to the edge as you can. It doesn't really matter. You can put them both in the middle if you want. It doesn't really matter. I just like to put it to the edge so that way I don't have to hold it. And just make sure your two sheets are lined up. Let me see if you can see it better without this paper here. You might be able to. Yeah, see. Okay, let me move that. And then you're going to take your next set of glossy to glossy. Make sure you don't have any hair on there. I don't know what this is. Little fiber things from my desk. Okay, and again, making sure both of your glossy sides are in the middle. And then you're going to stick it in about 1/4 of an inch away from the other pocket, or what's going to be a pocket. Just kind of make sure it's lined up straight. If you need your Tim Holtz ruler, go ahead and have your Tim Holtz ruler, but I mean, that may not be exactly 1/4 of an inch, but that's good enough. It is exactly 1/4 of an inch. Sweet. And now all you're going to do is run it through your laminator. See if I can get mine in camera. The cord might be too short. I don't know why they give you such small cords, short cords. Okay, so I'm just running it through. This is a Purple Cow laminator I got from AC Moore for like 10 bucks. Probably cheaper. So it's nothing fancy. And we're just going to wait for it to go through. Now, I do run mine through twice. So did Shan. I don't know. I always just run, because the Purple Cow one, because it is so cheap, I just run it through twice. I don't know if it does anything, but, and it's funny because she had a Purple Cow one too, and she said the same thing, and I've always run mine through twice. But I do like this one because you can use the hot or cold laminator packs. I think you use cold for picture if you want to laminate your pictures. I don't know. I've actually never used it. So you're just going to pop it through. And I'm actually using this one for a swap, so I know for time it would probably have been best so I just ran it through once, but I need this and I only have like 2 sheets left of laminating, so I need to just do this one twice. So I just flip it and put it back through. You don't have to flip it. I don't know, it's just my thing. So with that, this is so much fun. You can make a lot of clear pockets. I think this is going to be really cute packaging because it will fit nicely in the envelope, and you don't have to worry about paying the extra shipping. And see how everything just kind of comes together. Your goodies are going to be back here. It's just going to look so super cute. Put a ribbon or elastic band or whatever you want around it, and it will be cute. Okay, so this is almost done. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut around it. Now, for those of you who don't do laminating at all, there's a little tiny 1/8 of an inch bubble, if you will, around whatever you laminated. You do not want to cut that bubble. So you want to go about 1/16 of an inch around that bubble. So just give it some room. This is my last one, so I'm going to go ahead and move my laminator back. Let's see if we can show you that bubble I'm talking about. So the bubble is right here. See, my pencil tip covers the bubble. So you can see it better clear. Or maybe down here. See how like there's a line and a bubble? Kind of. You want to cut around that bubble. You can use your paper trimmer, but it's hard to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and use scissors. You just basically don't want to cut your laminating apart. I would suggest if like this is your first time doing it, those scraps that we threw away, practice on those scraps because you don't need, for practice, you don't need a big laminating sheet. You can just put the little scraps into the big scrap. And then you can practice cutting around these lines before you actually use your thing, your big sheet. Because it'll work. It doesn't matter what size it is, it'll work. Okay, so we cut around the bubbles. So now I just have this big old rectangle. I like to go ahead and fold it to make that 1/4 of an inch. It's going to sound like it's breaking open, but it's not. So just go ahead and, as best as you can, fold that in there. So now we have that. So now we need to make our pockets. So whichever side you did a poor job cutting on, that's the side we're going to put in our paper trimmer. Because on the top, we do want to cut that bubble off. So you can make your pockets this, you know, you can cut the top off and they're top loading, or you can cut the sides off and they're side loading. So it's up to you. But in my paper trimmer, there is an 1/8 of an inch line. That's all I'm cutting off the top. Just a tiny little sliver. This little tiny piece. So you just basically want to cut just past that bubble. And then you have a top loading dashboard pocket business. Okay, so there's that. So your final thing is this. Super simple, quick, inexpensive, good to go. Pull out those laminating sheets that you haven't used in 10 years. All right, guys, thanks for watching.